All right, we are on.
Okay, I'll call this meeting to order. Ms. Lilfaso, will you please call roll?
Ms. Knapp,
Here.
Mrs. Faust,
Here. And Mr. Ringel.
and Mr. Ringel is absent.
Yes, Trustee Ringel was unable to attend today, and we will note for the record that he is absent.
Okay, next we have Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, which one are we doing first? Are we doing public comment first?
Yes.
Okay, we have public comment is first. Is there anyone that would like to make comments? No? Okay, next we have general announcements. Are there any general announcements?
Yeah, we've got a couple. So one, we have nailed down the date for our Veterans Memorial Grand opening, so we're very excited about that. It will be Thursday, September 5th at 10 a.m. So we will, this is the first issuance of that information, so we'll be sending out all the people, and we're working with the school district to get our military families invited to that event who are residents of the township as well, so we're excited that we're able to make all that happen. Also, today, a number of staff and myself attended the 23 Connect partner meeting that was held, and there will be a number of these that are for the public as well. So this is information about how ODOT is in the very early stages of planning for improvements of 23 between 270 and Waldo. And this is the next phase of meetings. The ones that are closest to us here in Orange Township that are for the public are Tuesday, August 6th, either from 12 to 2 or 5 to 7. Those are the ones that are here in Orange Township. So I would highly recommend, if anyone's able to attend that, if you are a business owner, there's a number of churches along the route, would be helpful for them to know. Residents, anyone who ever travels on or around 23, feel free to attend.
I have a couple. Saturday, July 20th at 9 a.m. The Fire Station 362 will be doing a car seat safety inspection. Also on the same day, July 20th at 9 a.m., we do have our township second shredding event that will be focused for residents only this time around, and a limited 3 boxes, and we will be there from 9 a.m. to 12:30 p.m.
And that's here at Township Hall?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
so different location than last time.
Mm-hmm.
And when is the car seat?
It's the same time, Saturday, July 20th at 9 a.m.
Starts at 9 a.m.? Okay. And they
Yes.
make appointments for that?
Is that just that you come, is it kind of just a walk-in thing? Okay.
Walk in, so people just, and it's at the fire station over here? Is
Yes,
that
the fire
correct?
station
Okay.
at South Old State and Orange Road.
Excellent, okay. And any other announcements?
I don't have any.
Okay. Next, we have Park and Recreation Month.
Yes, so as you've just mentioned, July is designated as Parks and Recreation Month, so we do have our wonderful parks team here that I cannot see over the podium. Hello. So if it's okay with the board, I'd like to read a proclamation for the Parks Department.
Sure.
Okay. All right, so whereas Parks and Recreation are an integral part of communities throughout this country, including Orange Township, and whereas Parks and Recreation promote health and wellness, improving the physical and mental health of people who live near parks, and whereas Parks and Recreation promote time spent in nature, which positively impacts mental health by increasing cognitive performance and well-being, and alleviating illnesses such as depression, attention deficit disorders, and Alzheimer's. And whereas Parks and Recreation encourage physical activities by providing space for popular sports such as disc golf, pickleball, soccer, cricket, foot golf, baseball, and basketball, plus the shared paths for walking and biking, and the wonderful aquatic center, and many other activities designed to promote active lifestyles. And whereas Parks and Recreation at Orange Township carve out space for youth sports critical to childhood development and playgrounds that improve motor skills, and whereas Parks and Recreation increase a community's economic prosperity through increased property values, expansion of the local tax base, increased tourism, the attraction and retention of businesses, and crime reduction. And whereas Parks and Recreation are fundamental to the environmental well-being of our community, and parks that make our communities resilient in the face of natural disaster and climate change. And whereas our parks and natural recreation areas ensure the ecological beauty of our community and provide a place for children and adults to connect with nature and recreate outdoors. And whereas the U.S. House of Representatives has designated July as Park and Recreation Month. And whereas Orange Township recognizes the benefits derived from parks and recreation resources, now therefore be it resolved by the Orange Township Board of Trustees that July is recognized as Parks and Recreation Month. Ta-da.
Great, yeah. Yeah, our parks are very important, and parks are very important to all of us, I think, so thank you for all
So, two
your
of you
hard
could
work.
sign this at the end. That would be great. And I don't know if Silas or anybody else wants to add anything.
Oh, and just thank you to our staff, because our parks are beautiful, and you guys take fantastic care of them, and not all parks everywhere are, but ours are fantastic. So thank you for all your hard work. Thank you for emptying our dog waste stations. Thank you for weed whacking and making sure birds' nests aren't up there so people aren't attacked by birds in some of our shelters. So just thank you for everything that you guys do. Working in the hot sun and early mornings and all that kind of stuff. Saturdays, Sundays, I've seen you guys out, so thank you.
Yeah, thank you, thank you. Okay. Is there any other, we don't have anything, oh, agenda change, are there any changes to the agenda?
I do have two. Under fiscal report, we will add June financials that will be presented by Mr. Toby. And then under administration report, I would like to remove the EEOC settlement. That's all I have.
Are the other ones already on here? The ones you added?
It's reflected in the
On the
template,
template.
yes.
Great, okay. And I did want to add to, I guess, new business, a Veterans Parade signage at Township Hall. We add that, is that new business or probably?
Veterans, like for our event that's coming up in
For
September?
the Delaware County Veterans Parade.
Oh, okay, sure. Yeah, we can talk about that at the end.
Great. And next up, we have the approval of the consent agenda. Are there any questions? Okay, make a motion to approve the consent agenda for the regular meeting held on July 10th, 2024, and that includes Resolution 24-205, approving the electronic record of the proceedings from the regular trustee meeting held on June 18th, 2024, special trustee meeting held on June 25th, 2024, zoning hearings held on June 26th, 2024, and special trustee meeting held on July 3rd, 2024. Lots of meetings. And also Resolution 24-206, approving the purchase orders, then and now purchase orders, and blanket purchase orders as listed.
Second?
Ms. Knapp?
Yes?
Mrs. Faust?
Yes?
Okay, next we have, let's see here, our development and zoning report. Mr. Duffy?
Good afternoon, trustees. We do have the zoning hearings and meetings report for you, as well as one resolution for your consideration. For the zoning hearings and meetings report, we do have a Board of Zoning Appeals meeting scheduled for next Thursday, July 18th, here in this room at 6 p.m. There are a couple items on that agenda. The first is for multiple variances for 3 properties on Franklin Street in Old Lewis Center Village. They are seeking multiple setback and lot coverage variances to construct a new home that would stretch across multiple parcels because their parcels are so small. The second agenda item is for a potential sunroom and deck to encroach into a 35-foot rear yard setback on Summer Sweet Circle. A third agenda item is a new proposed monument sign that would require both a conditional use and a variance for the new Another Broken Egg Cafe on Owenfield Drive. And then just down the street, there is another sign application that would also be a conditional use and a variance for a proposed monument sign for the new Del Taco that is also located on Owenfield Drive. One more signage variance on 55 Meadow Park Avenue, which is the old Giant Eagle, for a wall sign for floor and decor that would extend above the 15-foot maximum wall sign height.
Is that higher than the giant eagle sign, or is that a new sign?
I don't believe so. I think they're locating in essentially the same area.
So they still need a variance, right, because it's a different applicant?
And because
Okay.
it's a different sign.
And so I know Broken Egg Cafe is the old Panera,
Yes.
right? Remind me where the Del Taco is?
White Castle?
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Okay.
That'll be an improvement for sure.
Nice.
And then we do have a zoning commission meeting scheduled for Tuesday, July 23rd. There is one item on that agenda for that evening. That is for a text amendment for the Evans Farm commercial area that would allow for temporary banners that would be approximately 250 square feet on surface area on their commercial buildings to allow for additional advertising for their businesses and events.
And you had sent the application that we had over, and you said they had some renderings or something that would
Yeah,
explain to us kind of what they're looking
the Evans
for?
Farm developers, they have showed us kind of informally in meetings some renderings of what these signs would look like. I have requested that. They have not sent them over yet, but I'm
Okay.
expecting that soon, just so that both the zoning commission and the board of trustees has a better idea of
What they're asking for.
what this would look
Yeah.
like.
I would need that to be able to be comfortable.
Absolutely.
Yep.
And then the only other item on the hearings and meetings report is the still tabled Route 23 corridor overlay application for the Parkway Plaza development. I do not have any updates on that.
So you had an update a couple months ago, and we just haven't heard anything since.
That is
then.
correct.
Okay.
I believe they told me that that was in May, they were preparing for a June resubmittal. June has come and gone. I have not heard anything.
All right.
And then we do have one resolution for your approval. That would be for the appointment of Philip Ambler to the newly titled zoning compliance officer position. We were, I think, pretty pleased with the pool of candidates that we had for this position. We had somewhere around 12 applicants. We interviewed 4. We are happy to recommend Philip Ambler to that position. He, in theory, would start on Monday.
Yeah, I read his resume. It's interesting, and so I'm excited to get to know him and have him be a part of the team. And kudos to our staff as a whole. The number of positions we've been posting recently, we've had a good number of applicants for. So whoever is making that magic happen, HR Mike and everybody else, and us as a team for being a fun place to work and where we get to do good work. Thank you for that.
Zoning is always fun, as Mr. Bowers likes.
So zoning is always fun.
The funnest department. Okay, all right, thank you. I make a motion to approve Resolution 24-204, am I in the right one?
207.
Oh, 207, appointment of Philip Ambler to full-time position of zoning compliance officer and establishment of compensation.
Second?
Ms. Knapp?
Yes?
Mrs. Ringel? Oh. Mrs. Fowler?
Oh, and
She's on vacation.
we have our new fiscal officer who's doing great work. This is your first
Right?
meeting, right?
Yes.
Is it our first meeting? Okay,
Yes, it
thank you.
is.
Thank you,
In
Leah.
her official capacity.
Official capacity, yes.
Yes.
Thank you for your hard
We
work.
appreciate your work.
Yes, we do. Let's see here. Next, we have operations report. Mr. Bowers?
Thank you. First thing on the operations report today is the regretful resignation of one of our public works laborers, Nathan Birchfield. Nate's been with the township for roughly 25 years and has recently accepted a position elsewhere and is going to be moving on from his role as a laborer with us. So regretfully recommend accepting his resignation and then subsequently recommend posting the job announcement for the vacancy that Nate's leaving behind. And then we have a grant agreement with Delaware County Board of Developmental Disabilities for another universal changing station. The agreement for the resolution is just the legally reviewed verbiage that goes with the grant that we applied for and were subsequently awarded. And then the last thing I have is a agreement for formality for the agreement for the 362, Fire Station 362, roof project that'll be starting here at the end of the month, just to formally accept that agreement. That went out to bid with through Garland. The low bid was just a shade under $74,000, so it came in well under budget. So we'll have some contingency built in, but just would like to recommend to the board to accept that agreement so we can move forward with that project. And I think that's it. And that's it.
Okay.
So thank you to Nate for being with us for as long as he has. That's a great tenure with the township, so we're excited for his opportunity. I think the next opportunity will be great for him as well. Just to be transparent, I was appointed to the Developmental Disabilities Board, but I have not been onboarded nor sworn in, so I think I am allowed to second this.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, good, okay,
Yeah.
great. Let's see, I make a motion to approve Resolution 24-208, regretfully accept resignation of full-time public works laborer Nathan Birchfield.
Second?
Ms. Knapp,
Yes?
Mrs. Faust,
Yes.
I make a motion to approve Resolution 24-209, authorizing the posting of the job announcement for the full-time public works laborer position vacancy.
Second?
Ms. Knapp,
Yes?
Mrs. Faust,
Yes.
See, I make a motion to approve Resolution 24-210, authorizing the Orange Township Board of Trustees to approve an agreement with the Delaware County Board of Development Disabilities County Board Administered Projects Home and Community-Based Services, ARPA subgrant.
Second?
Ms. Knapp,
Yes?
Mrs. Faust,
Yes.
And I make a motion to approve Resolution 24-211, approving and authorizing the Director of Operations to accept an agreement with Garland/DBS Inc. for the Fire Station 362 roofing project.
Second?
Ms. Knapp,
Yes?
Mrs. Faust.
Yes.
Okay, next we have the fire report. Chief?
Good afternoon, Board. First of all, I wanted to thank the three of you up front that came to our badge pinning for 5 of our newest firefighters that completed probation, and also 2 of our firefighters are promoted, so thank you for coming. I also wanted to publicly thank Silas's crew. They were the ones that brought the chairs over for us in the morning. Didn't realize they were leave so fast behind us, but I do appreciate them. They helped us out, get those set up, and then came back this morning, picked them up, and of course set up for the meeting today. So thank you to everybody who assisted, and I think it turned out pretty well. So
Yeah, it was a great event, and I was able to stop in at the testing when the guys that were promoted, when they were tested, and so they're hard workers and great members of the community as a whole here, and we're excited for our promotions as well.
Yeah, it was a very exciting event.
thank you. So for you today, the only thing I have on here is, if you recall last meeting, Ms. Kraft, we talked about the fuel system for our the tank at 362 and 361 that we needed to secure it, and we did approve the funds for it. This is the agreement, which was reviewed by legal with the Oscar W. Larson Company. To enter agreement for them to put in the new system to help secure/track all our fuel.
And it's not changing the tanks or anything, right? It's
No,
just like
nothing to do with the tank. It's taking, actually, they had an older model that's there. They're basically taking that out and putting the new model in, so, for the tracking.
Great. Is there anything else?
That's it.
Okay, I make a motion to approve Resolution 24-212, approving an agreement with the Oscar W. Larson Company.
Second?
Ms. Knapp,
Yes?
Mrs. Faust,
Yes.
Thank you, Board.
All right, next with the fiscal office report. Or is
Todd present that.
Todd's doing
Yeah.
that? Okay, great.
Thank you. For the fiscal officer report, we've got a number of appropriation increases, revisions. The first one is for coronavirus relief fund. This is, we got $250,000 back from the Delaware County Revolving Loan Fund. We've gotten the authority from the state on how to reappropriate that money to reimburse the township for 2021 salaries in fire that were not paid with coronavirus funds. So this is, to do that, I have to appropriate the money this year to be able to spend it this year to reimburse, since 2021's long closed. So that's what that is looking to do. The second one is for fire levy. After we got through half of the year on payroll, the $6.1 million budget for fire salaries with the payouts we had early this year, and that is not going to make it And so I'm requesting an extra $600,000 be appropriated there. We probably, maybe could get by with 400,000, but I'm just trying to not have to come back in December for another $100,000 kind of thing.
And where is that 600 coming from?
It's out of the fire levy,
Okay.
and this is just adding to the total budget.
Okay.
Just like technically the $250,000 for coronavirus is adding to our budget. There was no budget there. This is increasing the budget. So it's not coming from a different line because we don't have enough contingency to cover something like this. And the contingency funds can't be used for salaries.
Okay.
Does that
So is
make
it coming from general? to
No, it's all fire levy.
It's just within fire?
It's just fire levy funds that were not already appropriated.
Appropriate extra funds, okay, thank you.
They're already there.
Yeah, thanks for explaining.
Okay,
The next one is for general fund, no, excuse me, next one is for Public Works Commission projects. Ms. Kraft and I, there was $50,000 in our Public Works Commission fund that we don't normally get money from Public Works Commission. We just show the money coming in and going out, but it really doesn't. We just have to document it for audit purposes. Well, back in 2009, somebody put $50,000 into the fund. It seems to have been a transfer from general fund to the Public Works Commission, and then the expense was probably paid out of general fund, and so the money sat there. We got authority from Delaware County, went through the process we had to ask to spend this on a like project, so on a road project. So we are going to spend this on Bale Canyon to get it taken care of right away, so it'll pay part of the last bill for Bale Canyon.
And thank you to you.
And that way it'll clear out that fund.
Thank you for you and Mrs. Kraft for
yes,
clearing something up that was
so old.
15 years ago.
Yes. The next one is the general fund, contracted services. This is where we are reappropriating. We are moving money from contingency that we set up under admin, and because it's under 110 admin, we have to come to the board because we're moving it to 120, which is buildings. And this is the 30,000 to cover the fuel management system that we did not have budgeted. So it's just reallocating from contingency that was approved to here.
But we have to spend that because we need to have lockdown on our fuel.
Yes.
Yes.
Yep, and that's an audit or a state requirement. And then lastly, Veterans Memorial Grant appropriation changes. We're asking for an extra $10,000 to be appropriated there. It's a result of money that was appropriated previous years not getting done, and we need to appropriate $7,800 more. You guys approved that in the consensus, and we need to do a PO for $7,800 more. We don't have the money appropriated to do that PO. It's not spending any more cash out than we originally had. It's just going to a different vendor.
Okay.
And lastly, the financial reports for June bank reconciliation. As you can see here, fund balance at the end of June is 28.111 million. We've spent about just over 12 million year to date, we've brought in just over 12 million. We've dispersed 10.2 million, and we currently have about $7.4 million reserved for encumbrances. And just a reminder, the reserve for encumbrances does not include salaries, because that doesn't get reserved for encumbrances. So, do you have any questions for me?
Well, thanks for being here. I would not have been able to explain that as well as you did.
Yeah, exactly, yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Todd.
Okay, so, page 8. Okay, make a motion to approve Resolution 24-213, revising and/or increasing permanent appropriations established in Resolution 23-288.
Second?
Ms. Knapp?
Yes?
Mrs. Bowles?
Yes.
I make a motion to approve Resolution 24-214, revising and/or increasing permanent appropriations established in Resolution 23-288.
Second?
Ms. Knapp?
Yes?
Mrs. Bowles?
Yes.
I make a motion to approve Resolution 24-215, revising and/or increasing permanent appropriations established in Resolution 23-288.
Second?
Ms. Knapp?
Yes?
Mrs. Bowles?
Yes.
Can make a motion to approve Resolution 24-216, revising and/or increasing permanent appropriations established in Resolution 23-288.
Second?
Ms. Knapp?
Yes?
Mrs. Faust?
Yes.
Make a motion to approve Resolution 24-217, revising and/or increasing permanent appropriations established in Resolution 23-288.
Second?
Ms. Knapp?
Yes?
Mrs. Faust?
Yes.
Make a motion to approve Resolution 24-218, review of the June bank reconciliation and financial report.
Second?
Ms. Knapp?
Yes?
Mrs. Faust?
Yes.
Great. And next we have the administration report. Ms. Bonnie?
Yes, thank you. I just have one item under the administration report, and that is to opt into another opioid settlement. This one is with Kroger, and the board just needs to take action, and then we will learn of the amount at a later date. I guess just since we have this on the agenda, as far as what we're using with the funds, it is unknown at this point. I think we have 40-some thousand from opioid settlements. The county is working on a regional use for the funds, so we're kind of just waiting to see what that looks like, and maybe we can partner with them on the funds, but.
I don't
it's-
feel that we have the expertise to.
No,
really
so just
designate
kind of
where that
leaning
should
on
go. Yeah.
the county for what to do next with that, but this is another opportunity to receive more funds.
We have to use it for certain purposes, right?
Correct,
And
yeah.
I don't know if we have any of those purposes here.
I don't think so.
Okay, is that everything
That's all I have.
for this one? Okay. I make a motion to approve Resolution 24-219, approving proposed new national opioid settlement with Kroger.
Second?
Ms. Knapp?
Yes?
Mrs. Faust?
Yes.
All right, then just
The new business?
Yeah, you.
yes.
Let's see, we had a resident, let me find it here. A resident who wants to put yard signs in for the Delaware County Veterans Parade on November 3rd. And she says it will be the largest now that Columbus no longer does one, which I was not aware of, I know. And, is that something that we can approve, putting signs maybe at some of the parks or just at Township Hall, just advertising for that?
Would they provide us with the sign?
Yes, yes. Is there any problem with that? It's not political.
I don't have a problem. Silas,
Or
do
we
you have a
can look
problem with
into
that?
it.
Are you okay with us putting Delaware County Veterans Memorial Parade signs on township property?
Yeah, I mean, we haven't done like outside events recently. I don't know what our history is on that, but I don't see
With our
it.
Veterans Memorial,
Yeah, I don't think we've ever been asked. I mean,
Yeah.
you know. And do we have a list of veterans that they could invite? I know there's a list on the Delaware County Library site, but do we have like contact information that we could invite them to the parade? Does anyone know?
I know when we did a call to action for the Grand Marshal, we were able to.
We had
see-
quite a number.
Yeah, we had
Oh,
quite a number
okay.
from that, so
Maybe we
it's
could
something
get
we
email,
can
we
pass
could
along.
pass
I
along,
feel like
yeah.
Sydney has those, at least the people that reached out to us and nominated people. So she's got at least, I want to say 12 or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, because I wasn't aware that, of the parade or that Columbus was no longer doing one.
Orange Marching Band is participating.
Oh, are they?
They
Oh,
are,
yay,
yes.
okay. All right.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see a legal issue with it. So,
Yeah, I don't
mean,
think so, since it's another entity, okay. Great, okay, is there any further business?
I have none.
Can make a motion to approve, or is that, do we need consensus on that, or?
yeah, we can make
We
it a
could just do a
consent item.
Yeah, just is consensus to allow.
So is
the
this
signs?
hosted by Delaware County, or who's?
I think it might be the city.
Oh,
It's Delaware County, I mean, maybe, I'm not sure, that's a good question. County or city?
and where would they want these, at all of our parks, or just here?
Here or maybe at some, I mean, I don't think it could hurt to put it in like maybe North Park or something where someone could potentially see it that doesn't always come here.
Would you prefer us install the signs or we have them install the signs?
I guess you could put it in, then you can move it if it's not.
Yeah, I mean, are they just H-stakes? I mean, they're just like
Yeah,
temporary
yeah,
things.
just like, yeah, little signs.
It's not like our banners or anything like that. We have. Do you have a preference?
I guess if they put them in the right of way or something. they
I
just
would
move
prefer
them.
that us install the signs, our guys, just so we know that they're in spots that we're okay with.
Yeah, because if they do put in the right of way, then I can't,
Right.
if someone takes it, or, I can't.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Or
long
if
as
it
they're-
is obstructing something that's in the right of way, that
Yeah,
could be a
as long as we
problem.
can put it in a very visible spot.
Yeah, is there a contact that we want to coordinate with
Yeah,
that, or?
yeah,
Okay,
Yeah, I'll get you the info.
alrighty.
Excellent, okay. So consensus to all that, okay. All right, I make a motion to approve Resolution 24-220, meeting adjournment.
Second?
Ms. Knapp?
Yes?
Mrs. Phelps?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, meeting adjourned.